Hello, welcome again to Bounty ICO News, your YouTube channel that brings in the most exciting and the newest ICOs that are happening on the cryptosphere. So today I'm going to bring you, from my knowledge, a very revolutionary project. Its name is DAOStack. So the term DAO means Decentralized Autonomous Organizations. So DAOStack is the toolkit for exponential organization. They are going to power decentralized companies like Wikipedia, a decentralized Wikipedia, investment funds, markets, to make fast and innovative decisions at scale. So from their team members, the core team members, what they say is that one of the most important objectives of this project is to build the framework from which a whole ecosystem can thrive, rather than having a focus on one specific type of application. DAOStack is all about designing a platform for collaborative, self-organized way to share goals and interest. Okay, so they have, according to their website, they have paused their whitelist registration, and it's going to resume on May 3rd. Their pre-sale closes in just 1 day and 11 hours, almost like 1.5 days. From 1.5 days from now, they are going to close their pre-sale. So if you are really interested in this project, you should start making arrangements for investing. I suggest you to read their white paper. They have a detailed white paper as well as a short one, just to get an idea about what these guys are up to. So in this review, I'll just go through some of the basic stuff so that you can get an idea. So initially they have a very nice clip, a short film about DAOStack. Their core team members are explaining what a DAOStack is and what they are trying to achieve in this project. So why do we need this? Because nowadays, like a lot of corporations and organizations are widespread. They are like going international, and there are so many partners and team players, and it's extremely hard to to have a consensus between them, to work to achieve one particular goal. It's extremely hard. So DAOStack, using the blockchain, they are trying to make this much more easier for companies, to large corporations, to gain decentralization by using blockchain. They are trying to help large organizations to work in a cooperative manner to achieve consensus, and from their own achieving their targets and goals. So basically they on their platform you can use customized tools for collective resource management, decision making, budgeting, and incentivization. So there are so many things that you can do on the DAOStack platform, on the DAOStack, to make your company more decentralized and more efficient. That's one big thing that they are promoting on this project. So if you scroll down further, you can see that it's basically effective governance. DAOStack will enable effective governance of self-organizing collectives. For example, blockchain governance, decentralized governance based on Ethereum smart contracts, rather than having people like, your superiors or supervisors, like, giving you instructions. Now through the blockchain, through the Ethereum blockchain, you have smart contracts that will enable execution of decisions. So this is extremely efficient in this regard. Then programmatic cooperation, holographic consensus, that means like effective decision making using the blockchain technology. Then incentive design, crypto economic incentive design using the blockchain technology. So what they're doing is that they are trying to utilize the blockchain decentralization to do the same thing that big corporations are doing right now, which is extremely inefficient. So with this new acquisition of blockchain technologies and decentralization, DAOStack platform is gonna 10 or 20 times increase the efficiency of a corporation, a fund, or a market using this technique, using their stack. So this is again like, you should know that it's powered by Ethereum, the Ethereum blockchain, and this is the actual DAO ecosystem. And then the reason that they call this is a stack, because it's like a layered system. At the bottom you have something called the Arc. It's a modular solidity framework where that's like built upon the Ethereum blockchain, and on top of that you have archives, that is like DAOStack's shared registries that enable the interoperability and network efficient among collaborative dApps, that means decentralized applications. And then you have the JavaScript application API layer called arc.js. It's where like any front-end developer can easily build collaborative applications on top of Arc without knowing much about Solidity or the blockchain. So that's where front-end engineers or developers can build their own applications on the Arc.js. And then Alchemy, that's the interface, user interface for DAOStack, for collaborative applications. And on top of that you have the Decentralized Autonomous Organization, a mesh of networks of smart companies that are working collaboratively, jointly, in a collective manner rather than in a rivalrous manner. So this is the whole ecosystem of DAOStack, and it's very exciting, this sort of a project. So one thing that you should know about Arc is that's an evolutionary framework. It's adaptive, it's modular, and also it's upgradable. So these are very, very important features of a framework that is set up for scalable governance. You need to have that framework. It should be adaptive, it should be modular, as well as time goes on, it should be upgradable very, very easily. And the Arc framework achieves those things. The team players, the team members have designed it, giving like a lot of thought about the system. So some use cases like decentralized collaboration, decentralized curation, where like owners, editors, and users, they can collectively rank up the quality of an object, of a subject, or something like that. And then decentralized ownership, where like organizations, shareholders can offer effective mechanisms for collective decision making, enabling crowds to act in a collective way. And collaboration, where individuals, organizations, and communities can easily self-organize at any scale using this DAOStack. So those are some of the use cases. More and more companies can come and build their decentralized applications and decentralized governing initiatives or collaborative applications on this stack. So that's why they are one of the key things that they are saying is that they are trying to build up a system where governance and how to govern keeping decentralization and openness, and rather than falling back into centralized decision making. So that's one of their key things, how to retain openness and the decentralization while governing without going into centralization. So this DAOStack system, the DAOStack ecosystem, achieves that using the DAOStack platform. So the economy is run on a token called GEN. So that's an ERC20 compatible token. So the GEN distribution is shown here. 100 million GEN tokens will be issued. 40% goes for the buyers, 40% goes for the Genesis DAO, then 10% for the DAOStack, and 10% for the future. It's kind of stored away for future, and currently there's like 10% goes into the current development of the DAOStack. So that's basically how the GEN tokens are distributed. You can get updates. You just type your email address here, then you sign up for token sale updates with regards to DAOStack. They have some partners like Sapien, Endor, Angels, Culture.re. These are some of the leading partners that they have collaborating with regards to this project, and they are in press like in Forbes, Investopedia, Yahoo Finance. There's a lot of information and news about their progress and their growth. The team members mainly, Matan is their lead architect and the CEO, and then Adam is the chief technical officer. Both of them, they materialize this system. Both of them, they have PhDs in mathematical physics. I think Matan has a PhD in string theory, and they were student at Technikon, one of the leading universities in Israel. And then there's another important partner, Primavera. She's also a developer and a researcher in Paris, and they are the core members who devised and came up with this DAOStack. The others are also they are playing very important roles in community building, marketing, relationship, communications. So this is a very young, very excited, very enthusiastic community of intellectuals who are working together to achieve something very, very important in the cryptosphere. And they are always backed by some stellar advisors, especially Jordan Greenhall. He's one of the leaders of Deep Code movement, very vocal about governance, transparency, collaborative governance, and consensus. So they have some very good top-notch advisors backing them up. So the timeline, it gives you an idea about 2015. That's where the beginning, where Matan and Adam came up together, and they were thinking about the blockchain and about a system of decentralized governance. Then in January 2017, DAOStack Genesis. Then March 2017, the proof of concept for DAOStack. Then they drafted the white paper in May 2017, and so on and so forth. And in November, opening the private token sale. Genomics released the alpha version was released back in February 2018. Arc.js was released at the same time, and currently, like in May, they are going to have the public token sale. Then the roadmap continues in the third quarter of 2018. They are going to release Genesis plus the Alchemy, the crowd management of funds, contract stabilization and optimization, improved voting protocol. So they are going to test all these systems, and then they are going to in the fourth quarter of 2018 they are going to have the pilot program. In the first quarter of 2019, Alchemy second version will be released, and then genuine release and Alchemy third version will be released in 2019 third quarter. So they have a very nice, a very thought out roadmap. They have specific plans for different time periods to achieve, and I'm very confident that with this enthusiastic and capable, competent team members backed by some stellar advisors, that they will achieve these goals very easily. So you can connect with them on Telegram. They are very active on Telegram, Twitter, Reddit, email. Subscribe to their newsletter. You can get more information about their token sale FAQ. White paper, I really advise you to read their white paper. They have a summary of the of their project, then videos. GitHub is very active with their codes, the Solidity and JavaScript's code. They have a forum as well as a blog. So I'm extremely excited about this project. I believe that this will make a huge mark on the cryptosphere, because they are trying to build up a self-governance system that is based on decentralization and collaborative activities. So with that, I conclude my brief presentation on DAOStack ICO and project. So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. Subscribe to our channel, hit the bell button for the latest notifications. Again, I thank you for being with me, going through this short review about DAOStack. Hope to catch you soon. Till then, have a great day. Bye bye.